Hi guys, welcome to another audio video elaborating Mark 7 of the King James Version Bible. And it reads, Then came together unto him the Pharisees and certain of the scribes, which came from Jerusalem. And when they saw some of his disciples eat bread with defiled, that is to say, with unwashen hands, they found fault. For the Pharisees and all the Jews, except they wash their hands oft, eat not holding the tradition of the elders. And when they come from the market, except they wash, they eat not. And many other things there be, which they have received to hold, as the washing of cups and pots, brassen vessels, and of tables. Then the Pharisees and scribes asked him, Why walk not thy disciples according to the traditions of the elders, but eat bread with unwashen hands? He answered and said unto them, Well hath Esaias prophesied of you hypocrites. As it is written, The people honoureth me with their lips, but their heart is far from me. Howbeit in vain do they worship me, teaching for doctrines the commandments of men. For laying aside the commandment of God, ye hold the tradition of men, as the washing of pots and cups, and many other such things ye do. And he said unto them, Full well ye reject the commandment of God, that ye may keep your own tradition. For Moses said, Honour thy father and thy mother, and whoso curseth father or mother, let him die the death. But ye say, If a man shall say to his father or mother, It is Corban, that is to say, a gift, by whatsoever thou mightest be profited by me, he shall be free, and ye suffer him no more to do aught for his father or his mother, making the word of God of none effect through your tradition, which ye have delivered, and many such things do ye. And when he had called all the people unto him, he said unto them, Hearken unto me every one of you, and understand. There is nothing from without a man that entering into him can defile him, but the things which come out of him, those are they that defile the man. If any man have ears to hear, let him hear. And when he was entered into the house from the people, his disciples asked him concerning the parable, and he saith unto them, Are ye so without understanding also? Do ye not perceive that whatsoever thing from without entereth into the man, it cannot defile him, because it entereth not into his heart, but into the belly, and goeth out into the draught, purging all meats? And he said, That which cometh out of a man, that defileth a man. For from within, out of the heart of men, proceed evil thoughts, adulteries, fornications, murders, thefts, covetousness, wickedness, deceit, lasciviousness, an evil eye, blasphemy, pride, foolishness. All these evil things come from within and defile a man. And from thence he arose and went into the borders of Tyre and Sidon, and entered into an house, and would have no man know it, but he could not be hid. For a certain woman whose young daughter had an unclean spirit heard of him, and came and fell at his feet. The woman was a Greek, a Syrophoenician, Syro-Phoenician by nation, and she besought him that he would cast forth the devil out of her daughter. But Jesus said unto her, Let the children first be filled, for it is not meet to take the children's bread and to cast it unto the dogs. And she answered and said unto him, Yes, Lord, yet the dogs under the table eat of the children's crumb. And he said unto her, For this saying, Go thy way, the devil is gone out of thy daughter. And when she was come to her house, she found the devil gone out, and her daughter laid upon the bed. And again, departing from the coast of Tyre and Sidon, he came unto the sea of Galilee, through the midst of the coast of Decapolis, and they bring unto him one that was deaf, and had an impediment in his speech, and they beseeched him to put his hand upon him. And he took him aside from the multitude, and put his finger into his ears, and he spit and touched his tongue. And looking up to heaven, he sighed and saith unto him, Hephatha, that is, be opened. And straightway his ears were opened, and the string of his tongue was loosed, and he spake plain. And he charged them that they should tell no man, but the more he charged them, so much the more a great deal they published it, and were beyond measure astonished, saying, He hath done all things well. He maketh both the deaf to hear and the dumb to speak. Okay, guys, so in this chapter here, we see something very important. The fact that what the Lord looks at, what God looks at, is what comes out of our heart, and what defines us as individual is actually where our thoughts are, the deeds of our hearts, right? And so this brings to your mind to the understanding of how God works, how God operates. He focuses on your heart. And there's this thing that we say that cleanliness is next to godliness and all these things, but here we see basically where it would seem as if it's contradictory, but it's not, right? Because cleanliness means your heart being cleaned, you as an individual being of a pure heart. That, and if you realize that here in this same chapter, it speaks of an unclean spirit that was within the child, a devil. And there you see, that's uncleanliness. And when we're clean within, then we are clean and near, closer to godliness. And here we see that we need to purge ourselves of all evil thoughts, all evil actions, all evil things that surround us as individuals that actually corrupt our hearts. Those are the things we need to actually cut out of our lives. Those are the things that we need to be wary of. And so, guys, I'm going to encourage you to search your life, search your thought patterns, search the emotions that you have, all those things, and see what in those is not of God, what in those you think is not pleasing to God, and cease from doing them this day hence, so that you will have that relationship with God that you desire, that relationship with God that we ought to want to aspire to have, where we're close to God, where we feel His presence surrounding us continually. Right, guys? So I'm going to leave that right there, but please remember to continue to walk in your salvation. And if you've not gained it, then seek it. There's no better time to begin than the present. Have yourselves a blessed day.